Michele Mazelleغ. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to share with you all this video clip and then we're going to come back and talk about it. So let's get into it.
Can y'all stop asking us to come to Africa? Underneath all of our videos, whenever we're speaking about something and speaking about what we're going through, here come y'all from Africa talking about, oh, come back to Africa. This is where you belong. This is your home in Mother Africa. You don't have to deal with that. Come here. We're not leaving what we have built to come over there with y'all. Y'all don't even want to be over there with your Mother Africa. Your mother treats you so bad that you want to leave her house to come over here and freeload in our house. Your Mother Africa loves you so much and takes such good care of you that you have to abandon her to come over here and live off of us. Why in the world would we want to go somewhere where the natives don't even want to be? You don't want to be in your own continent, but you think that we want to be there after we have worked and suffered and struggled to build this great nation? You think we're going to leave and come over there? Nah, it don't work like that. The only reason why y'all want us over there is because you want what we have. You can see how powerful and great we are because you see and you watch us over there, idolizing us, worrying about what we're doing and how we're getting it done. And now you want us to come over there. But where were you while we struggled? After you sold our ancestors to the white man, how come you didn't want us to come over there then? How come your people didn't make a way to come and rescue us? But all of a sudden now, since we have overcome what you have did to us, since we have walked out of the lion's den after you cast us in, now you want us to come over there with you? Have you bumped your heads? Stay out of my comment section and stay away from us. We are not African and we're never coming there. It's Black American power forever.
All right, so y'all can see how very passionate she is about someone in the comment section suggesting that she go to the continent of Africa as an alternative when or if she gets tired of the life that is happening for Black people and for African Americans in the United States of America. What I find disappointing and very disheartening about this video is that she put a lot of energy into a comment about the continent of Africa than she put into everything that African Americans are going through in the United States right now. That's where the energy should be. It's crazy that she's so triggered over the continent of Africa simply because someone told her she had an alternative. When things get hard, when you're tired of the foolery, when you're tired of things being promised that nobody seems to want to follow through on, when you get tired of being mistreated, when you get tired of being abused, when you get tired of being overlooked, then this is an alternative for you, where you're going to be able to start that business, where you're going to be able to actually walk down the street and just be. Don't have to worry about the color of your skin. Don't have to worry about people looking at you like you're a criminal. There's an alternative. And there's nothing wrong with someone telling you that there is an alternative. If you don't want to take the alternative, you don't have to take the alternative. That's what choices are. That's what having an opinion is. That's what making decisions are. A lot of what she said I have talked about on my videos ad nauseum. It has been proven, it has been shown that there were definitely people on the continent of Africa and within these civilizations, when the Europeans were coming over, that they did fight to keep their people from being enslaved. It has already been proven that there was fighting going on, there was resistance going on. They just didn't sit back and let the Europeans just come and take from these civilizations, from these empires. There was fighting, there was resistance. There was fighting before when they actually came to the continent of Africa. There was resistance as they were traveling to these places where they were taking them, where they were taking the enslaved Africans. There was resistance going on. There was even resistance going on when they got onto the American soil. There was constantly resistance. Another thing that she said in her video that definitely needs to stop being said is that as African Americans, we are also influenced by the people on the continent of Africa, by the fashion on the continent of Africa, by the culture of the continent of Africa. And we can't sit back and act like that we're not influenced by stuff that they do as well. We are influenced by each other. And the reason why we're so influenced by each other is because we're so similar. Because we share the same ancestry. That's the reason why there's such a similarity in the way that we do things, the fashion that we wear, how we carry ourselves, while the world is always seeming to have us at the forefront of attacks and hate and jealousy, because there is a shared commonality between these two groups of people. That's the reason why we we always getting it. And I don't understand why some African Americans can't see that. It is definitely a shared similarity that I don't understand why some African Americans don't want to see. We are a great group of people. Yes, we are, most definitely. In music and fashion and culture and just being unique. We are great. The other part of that greatness is the people on the continent of Africa. They're also great. And the reason why we're so great is because we share ancestry. And that's the reason why there's so much hatred, not just towards Black Americans, but there's also hatred towards the continent of Africa too. They also get a lot of hate. We know, and we don't need to be reminded as African Americans of all that we have contributed to the United States of America. We know what we've contributed. Unfortunately, the United States has selective amnesia as to what African Americans have done to contribute to the foundation of the United States of America. They are the ones who need to be reminded of that, not the people on the continent of Africa. They don't need to be reminded of that. The energy that she's putting into trying to remind everybody else of what we have brought to the United States of America, that's the energy that she should be actually taking to people in the United States of America, the powers that be that don't look like us. They are the ones that are trying their best to literally erase Black history from the curriculums and from the schools. That's where the energy needs to be. The energy needs to be is to make sure that the next generation knows about Black history, understands it, is exposed to it, so then they can then pass it to the next generation so that the history will not be lost. Because nobody has acknowledged what African Americans have done. Nobody has validated what African Americans has done. Nobody has given any appreciation for what African Americans have done as far as the United States of America goes. But nobody wants to talk about that there are countries in the continent of Africa that already see how great we are, which is funny that she's saying that. They already see how great we are. They know how great we also will be when there is a togetherness the way it used to be. They're able to see that. And if they weren't able to see the greatness of it, then they wouldn't be sitting here saying that there's an alternative for you. They already see the greatness of African Americans. You know why they see the greatness in African Americans? Because it's the same greatness that they have in themselves. So they're able to see that. They don't need to be reminded of how great we are as African Americans. They know that. And the reason why it troubles some of them so much is because of the shared ancestry that some of you all want to act like don't exist. They sit there and they see what we're going through on a day-to-day basis in the United States of America. They see everything that's happened since the new administration has come into power. They see where it's going to go as well. Some people are able to see where this is going. And they actually care about us, about our well-being. And they're saying, you know what? This is an alternative. How long are you going to put up with this? This is an alternative. They already know how great we are. And they know how greater both of these groups can be when they come together. They're able to see that. I'm able to see that. There's some African Americans that are able to see that. That's why they hightailing it on over there, because they're able to see it. It's unfortunate that there's some African Americans like her that are not. You know, there's some African Americans that are tired of mediocrity, tired of the scraps and the leftovers that's given to them in the United States of America. They're tired of that. They're tired of getting whatever's left over. For us to sit on these high pedestals and try to tell everybody else what we've done. We have to shout from the rooftops, this is what we've done, this is what we've done, this is what we've done, this is what we've done. And then people down there just turning a deaf ear. And then you have people from the continent of Africa that hear that, they know that, they're acknowledging that, validating that for you all. And those are the ones that you want to make a video about. And it's crazy that in this video she's talking about people from the continent of Africa going to the United States of America and taking and whatever. And it's funny that when Americans do it, okay, because people don't want to talk about that there are Americans living overseas and want to live overseas. They don't want to be in the United States of America. A lot of them don't look like me, but they moving out. Bye, see you later. But when Americans do it, it's because they want to explore the world. They want to explore different cultures. They want to be able to visit different countries. That's what is being said when Americans want to move out, when they want to go and live overseas. That's not because they're trying to escape America. It's not because America is this awful place they're trying to get away from. It's because they want to explore. They want to see how everybody else is living. It's always said in a positive way. But when people from the continent of Africa want to go to the United States, it's always because they're running from something, because they don't want to be in their country. They don't want to be on the continent of Africa. That's why they're trying to get to the United States of America. Not because they also just want to explore. They just want to see if America is all what people make it out to be. They don't want to do no exploring. They don't want to see a different perspective. It's because they're trying to run from something. Do y'all see how people like herself still look at the continent of Africa as if they're just this low, below the world type of people that don't have nothing, uncivilized, heathenistic, and the United States, they're seeing the United States as just this golden world, this golden place to be, when in reality, as African Americans, it's not even like that. It ain't even like that. I mean, come on. It ain't even like that. It is not what people always make it out to be. We know America has a lot of problems. Otherwise, we wouldn't be continuously saying the same things we've been saying over and over again. There's a lot of problems happening in the United States of America. It is not the country that people want to make it out to be. And we know that, black folks. Come on, we know that. We know what America really is. We know what it is. And it's high time to stop acting like there's not things happening in the United States of America, that there are people that want to get the heck out. They don't want to stay there anymore. Enough is enough. It's time for, especially in this day and age, for there to be more just a unified front in what is going on, and to put the energy where the energy needs to be placed. The energy needs to be placed on people that in situations, and that's going to actually alter your way of life. That's actually going to alter your living. That's actually going to alter how you function in your environment. That's where your energy should be. Not sitting here talking about somebody saying that your alternative is in the continent of Africa, where you have people there that see what we're going through. Leaders that see what we're going through. And they are the ones, some of these leaders in the continent of Africa, they are the ones that are reaching out and saying, we see you. We see you. And here's an alternative when you get tired. Something that's not even happening in our own country. I'm just saying. All right, that's all I have to say on that. I am Mazelleghh. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.